The USA Racewalking Foundation and racewalk.com is working on creating new racewalk judging videos. Here is a sneak peek of our work in progress. We still have to smooth out the racewalking form a bit more, but you can see where we're going. This clip is the beginning of instructing judges on how to fill out a tally sheet and red cards. It's shown in slow motion to better illustrate the nuances of what's going on. When the video is complete, it will be made available for free to all. We will also be developing more videos and a judging test. Please consider making a donation to the USA Racewalking Foundation to help us with the cost for buying assets for this project, as we are not artists and have to buy the models to make the animations more realistic. Thanks for the consideration. The next two sections of video will ask you to watch two simulated 20-kilometer races on a 2-kilometer course. For the first race, we'll fill out the tally sheet for you as the racewalkers go by. In the second race, you'll be asked to fill out your own sheet. You will have a racewalking judge's tally sheet, 2 yellow paddles for cautioning walkers, 1 with the symbol for loss of contact on both sides, and 1 with the symbol for bent knee on both sides. You will be issued red cards to propose disqualifications that will be sent to the recorder or chief judge. And you should have a pen or pencil and a wristwatch with the time of day synchronized with your fellow judges. You are judge number 2, and we write your number on the tally sheet as well as on the red cards. Note we have filled in the descriptive information at the top and printed your name at the bottom. Both races will only have 6 competitors, so we'll fill in the competitor bid numbers on the tally sheet. The race starts. Observe the time in the center of the screen. That is the time of day. We note the time of the start on your tally sheet. We use the time of day when we make decisions during the race that require notations on the tally sheet. The first pack is coming. We wait until they're in the judging zone, which is the area between the 2 cones. And note that all of the walkers in this pack of 4 competitors are legal. They are walking within the definition of racewalking. The next racewalker, number 12, looks different from the other walkers. We think she might be walking with bent knees. Since we're not positive about her having bent knees, we make a note in the margin next to her competitor's number as a reminder to look at her when she comes back in the other direction. If she's walking with bent knees then, we'll show her a yellow paddle for bent-kneed walking. Walker 6 goes by. She is walking within the definition of racewalking. It is now 9:07, and the first 4 walkers are coming from the other direction, and they pass by in front of you. Again, they are legal. We look closely at walker number 12 and observe that she is indeed walking with bent knees on contact. So we decide to show her a bent knee yellow paddle and make a notation of the time of day, 9:07, under the yellow paddle bent knee column in the row next to her number. The trailing walker, number 6, is also walking legally. All the walkers pass by in lap 2 on the near side of the course. First, we see the pack with walkers 7, 8, 13, and 14 coming by. All are walking within the definition of racewalking. Numbers 12 and 6 are trailing behind the lead pack of 4. We have a partially obscured view of number 12, but it's obvious she's violating the bent knee portion of the definition of racewalking. So we decide she should receive a red card, a proposal for disqualification. We write her number on the red card and note the time of day, which is 9:14, next to the bent knee symbol, and sign the card. We send the red card to the recorder. We also note the time we wrote the red card, 9:14, in the red card column for loss of contact on the tally sheet in the row next to her number. Again, our lead pack walks past. All are walking within the definition of race walking. Remember, at an elite level, most walkers walk within the definition of race walking. Now Walker 6 passes Walker 12 on the far side of the course. Walker 12 is struggling to keep up with number 6 and has allowed her technique to deteriorate. She's walking with even more pronounced bent knees. But we already gave her a proposal for disqualification, so we take no action. The walkers come by on the near side in the same order, with number 7 slightly behind the lead pack of 8, 13, and 14. All are walking within the definition of race walking. When the lead pack comes by on the far side, we notice that race walker number 8 has visible loss of contact. Since we have the opportunity to watch her again, we quickly show her a yellow paddle for loss of contact and note the time of day at 9:27 in the yellow paddle column for loss of contact next to competitor 8. Walker number 6 has joined the lead pack, and race walker number 8 is showing the sign of strain and fatigue of fighting to stay with the pack, and is now walking with bent knees. We quickly check our tally sheet and see that we've already given her a yellow paddle for loss of contact, but we haven't given her one for bent knees, and according to the rules, we may. However, as the walkers move away, we're not quick enough to show her the paddle. As the walkers come back, there are 3 laps to go in the race, and we will see walker number 8 again, so we give her a yellow paddle for bent knee walking, with a hope that she might correct her technique after she receives our caution with the yellow paddle for bent knees. We mark the tally sheet with 10 o'clock, the time of the yellow paddle, in the column for bent knees next to her number. It's the last lap. Number 6 has moved up and is challenging for the lead. We see number 14 is coming off the ground, but are unable to show her a yellow paddle. Numbers 13 and 7 are following 3 strides behind, with number 8 trailing behind, but has corrected her technique. It is the last time we will see the walkers as they head to the finish. The race has changed. Race walker number 7, who is walking legally, is now 1 stride behind number 14. Walker number 14 has broken free of number 6, but is way off the ground. Number 14 is not race walking within the definition. We decide to give her a red card for loss of contact, without first showing her a yellow paddle, because we will not see her again. We write her number on the red card, and we write the time of the infraction, 10:26, next to the loss of contact symbol. We sign the card and send it to the recorder. We write the time of the red card for loss of contact, 10:26, on the tally sheet in the red card column under for loss of contact in the row next to her number. Walkers 13 and 8 pass by, and the race is concluded. We sign our tally sheet and send it to the recorder. Many thanks go to Ron Daniel, Marianne Daniel, Brian Hanley, Diane Graham Henry, Patricia Hanna, David Harriman, Alex Price, Dan Pierce, Ian Watley, and Reggie Weissglass. A special thanks to Michael Seralta, who assisted us with getting footage of elite racewalkers to base our models upon. We would also like to thank those that financially supported us, as well as those that gave their feedback, and my dad's 3D tutor, Jay Versilius.